Green twins Ant and Tim are heading to the extreme sports capital of France, Chamonix Mont Blanc, in a bid to smash the Tandem Paramotor Altitude World Record. Facing avalanches, high winds, torn canopies and hidden crevasses.
Let's go. I'm Anthony, and I'm Tim, and we're the Green Twins. A paramotor is basically just a powered paraglider. You inflate the wing just like a paraglider, you take off by running just like a paraglider, except you've got a motor on your back, so it propels you forward just like an airplane, and it allows you to take off on perfectly flat, level takeoffs, and to climb, which you wouldn't be able to do that with a paraglider.
Not only are the twins setting out to break the current tandem paramotoring world record of 4,600 meters, they're also attempting to drop off free skier Leo Slemet on top of the Mont Blanc du Tacoul.
Especially in the winter, when there's no thermals and currents to keep you aloft, the paramotor was like a huge advantage because it allowed us to fly and get to places that we would never get to in the winter. If we can make it to 5,000 meters, then we can pretty much do anything.
But in a bid to go higher than any other and beat the current altitude record of 4,600 meters, the boys had a long journey to get ready for the challenge.
This project has really been in the making for about 2 years now. We've been testing the bioethanol fuel, and it's actually performing much better than expected. We're actually getting about 15% more power.
During this time, the boys have tested numerous canopies, propellers, and fine-tuned their kit for optimum performance. Originally from California, the twins first came to Chamonix in the French Alps to pursue their love of adventure sports. Clearly, this was the right place to come for all things extreme.
When we were 16 and a half, we bought ourselves a skydiving parachute and bought a World War II harness, attached it to a golf cart with a ski rope, going up above the golf cart a couple hundred feet, and then we'd release with a screwdriver. When we came to Chamonix, we trained and trained and trained 1,000 times up and down the Pompras and all over the valley. And then we started doing competitions, doing festivals and shows. And after that, we haven't really competed. We've gone on to other projects like paramotoring. Yeah, there's definitely a competitive nature between my twin brother and I. There's always a little bit of competition between the two of us. One pilot gets the record.
Whichever one goes the highest.
It's kind of a game. I've always known how to ruffle his feathers. Like, who's the dominant twin?
We have to always go a little bit higher than you.
I do take on a lot of responsibility and kind of stress, I think more than my brother. I kind of approach things with a bit more wild abandon than he does. I'm a little bit more calculated. I try to think past what's right in front of my face.
It's day one of the mission, and the twins will soon be heading up to the Aiguille du Midi, a peak with a cable car ascending to 3,842 meters. Just below the peak lies the glacier where the team will make their base camp. At 3,500 meters, this is as high a takeoff as they can hope for. Making up the rest of the team is longtime friend Elliot Notches, pro speed rider, and aerial cameraman Pierre Medina.
I'm working with Green Brothers from 1 year. I met Tim in Annecy, where I live. We have made some aerial shootings together. Now it's the ultimate to break the world record.
The boys take off foot launch from the Chamonix Valley floor, flying up with the paramotors to get all the heavy kit to the glacier. Elliot and Pierre take the more direct route on the cable car. Leo and his guide will meet the team up there the following morning.
There we go. Just got all the bags and all the guys up here at the refuge. So we just got finished up for the beautiful sunset up here above the clouds, and the weather's looking really, really good tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get everyone off the ground. We'll probably sleep well. I think we all deserve a hot chocolate. Cheers. Cheers.
While their main focus is to smash the world record, the brothers Green aren't content to stop there. Making the most of their high alpine location, they plan to drop off free skier Leo Slemet just below the Mont Blanc du Tacoul.
Leo got involved about a year ago. We approached him to see if he wanted to do the drop-off idea of taking a skier up and dropping him on the summit of a mountain. We were talking about different mountains around here, and we came up with the idea of the Mont Blanc, the Mont Blanc Altitude, and it just seemed, you know, he was like the perfect guy for the adventure.
Leo Slemet will be joining the boys on a practice run. They will attempt to drop him off on the Mont Blanc du Tacul, a prominent peak northeast of Europe's highest mountain, standing tall at 4,248 meters.
I was thinking it was the perfect day to realize the Mont Blanc du Tacul. We joined the rest of the crew, and we hope to have the good condition to fly. I was very excited when I arrived on the top of the Aiguille du Midi.
So exciting to fly up to Mont Blanc Altitude, yeah. Very good experience for us.
We got there on the glacier at the Aiguille du Midi after the first gondola in the morning, and the Green brothers were preparing all the stuff for the paramotor.
Yeah, we might take Elliot up first, our speed rider, so that he can kind of scope the face and make sure the snow stability is good and conditions are safe. Because Elliot, with the speed riding glider, he can ski down and fly down, and he can make a nice sharp turn, see if it breaks loose, see if we've got a big risk of avalanches.
Taking Leo up this high has many challenges.
One risk that we encounter quite often is really the weather and the winds. We only fly at 40 kilometers an hour, so any wind higher than that, which is quite common in these mountains, is really, really hard for us to control the wing because you get turbulence and we get collapses. The wing will actually fold under and can reopen kind of violently sometimes.
I said to Leo that on the last part there is 2 hidden holes, 2 hidden crevasses. You have to take care about this one. If you fall on this part, it's maybe a deep hole.
We've always got to watch out for other aircraft in this area. There's lots of helicopters. Yeah, you can see the big dust cloud that the helicopters put off because it's just a huge amount of turbulence.
The brothers prepare for the first drop-off flight.
Check, 1, 2, 1, 2. What frequency are you on? Leo, check. You here? Copy, copy. You ready to check? No, you're not transmitting. No. Other side, Tim. Other button. No, this is the button. Radio. I didn't plug in the transmitting cable. This would help. Working. That's working now? I guess I just gotta push this button when I want to transmit. Yeah. We're just in the process of grooming the surface, kind of breaking the crust so that we have a really nice smooth takeoff.
It's getting later in the day now, but conditions are good, and they're ready for the first run with speed rider Elliot, who will test the line for avalanche and snow conditions. If all is good, Leo will get a shot at riding Mont Blanc du Tacul.
Yeah, it's all good. Nice takeoff. Perfect conditions. He seems to be climbing with 2 people, so the engine is running good. So hopefully he'll get above us and we'll get in the air. The snow conditions are getting pretty sketchy, so we're just going to try to take Elliot up. He might set off some avalanches, but it'll give us a good idea of what's happening because we can fly over them.
The boys are in the air, but now it's a question of rising temperatures in the mountains.
The guide breeze and high. We were worried about the condition up there because we're a bit late in the day to realize the line from the Mont Blanc du Tacul, because it's very important in the high mountain to do in the safe condition.
Yes!
We are just under the Cosmic and we are waiting to see what's happened for the speed rider.
Now we are 12:30. We are waiting for a long time here, and I have to take a decision. That's my job, to bring Leo safety in the run. And for me, it's too late. Very warm now, and there is many things to reinforce my decisions. That the Mont Blanc Altitude face is quite dangerous about avalanches. This winter was very, very difficult because a lot of wind, many avalanches in every face. So, and now it's warm, so I prefer to cancel it and to make it later.
For today, for the ski, I think it's over.
It might be over for Leo, but Elliot speed rides from over 4,000 meters down the north face of the Mont Blanc du Tacul, dodging crevasses and seracs along the way. Having seen Elliot's line, Leo and the guide have second thoughts.
We see Elliot skiing down, nothing moved. There is some people skiing inside too. It looks quite stable, and I call Elliot, he say me, the first part with the traverse, he push a lot of pressure, nothing moved, so for us that's good now.
It was a good information for me, and finally we will try to send it with the Green Brothers and to make some good footage.
Is it possible to go to Mont Blanc Altitude now with Leo?
Yeah.
And to do run?
Let's get ready. We're gonna take Leo up to the top of the Mont Blanc Altitude. We're gonna drop him off up there, free ride all the way down.
With Elliot's information on the snow, it's good for Leo and the Green Brothers to drop off over 4,000 meters.
It's not a dangerous line about the jump or something like that. It's dangerous about the natural things like the glacier and the serac.
And you have to focus on this run, don't think about the danger.
I'm feel nervous to realize the first drop-off, but I saw some video and they explained me how it works. So, yeah, no, it looks easy.
First time I flew with Leo, he ended up falling forward. His ski went into the propeller and exploded the prop. So I hope that we learned from that mistake.
But we have to be a bit early because the snow going to be very warm and it's changing the snow condition and the avalanche conditions. That's why we have to be quick now.
With time running out, the whole crew are keen to get Leo on the top.
Et ouais, ici du coup t'as fait que t'as décroché et puis ça tu te débrouilles. Ouais.
Sweating in tons of ski equipment and tons of flying equipment, waiting and waiting for my brother to fly over us, which is the green light. I give throttle to the maximum, and Leo is coming with me no matter what since we're attached. He hasn't really got a choice at this point. I'm in control. Trying to keep my balance with Leo's skis so we don't get them tangled up or go apart or fall off. It's so bright, you can hardly even see anything. I get my bigger mittens because it's starting to get cold, and we lean over to Leo and see how he's doing, and he gives me the thumbs up, and it looks like he's just having the most amazing time of his life.
Flying in a high mountain, it's a specific sensation, especially for me because it was my first time in the high mountain by paramotor.
Right after takeoff, it feels like Leo just relaxes in his harness.
It was very exciting and it's very impressive.
I never had the sense that he was nervous until we got up to the top of the mountain and it was time to do the drop-off.
When we arrived at the top of the Mont Blanc Altitude, I was very nervous because when Anthony told me, okay, put off your strap, I say, wow, we are very high and there are a big gap underneath.
He's moving his arms on the inside of his harness to take the shoulder straps off.
I take off the first one on my right leg. I take off the principal strap in the front, and at this moment, my poles slide.
And then I give him like the thumbs up, and he's like, no, 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 not yet. And he just needs more time, so I keep circling.
And after I say to Anthony, okay, I'm ready.
Then I look over, and he seems completely fine. He's ready to go. I see his hand come down and try to release the last strap holding him in to the harness.
But it was difficult for me to check if it's okay because my back was in the front of me.
At this point, we have to be sure that the passenger is ready to go.
Ant and Leo are nearly 4,500 meters high and ready to make the drop.
When he told me, okay, you can drop off now, I feel my left leg in the strap and I say, oh, shit.
Something is seriously wrong.
Oui, je t'entends, Léo.
I finished under the paramotor. I was very, very scared.
To fall out of the paramotor at this altitude could be deadly.
And I could hear the propeller slam into the frame.
It was one of the scary moments of my life.
So Pia and myself make another pass around to see if everything's okay, and Leo gives the thumbs up. We feel relieved.
I just took the time to realize what's happened. And Anthony had the right reaction, and I thank him for that.
The boys are both safe, but Leo still has to ski down the Mont Blanc de Tacoul, and the snow is getting softer by the minute.
Ouais, c'est tout bon, Léo. Tu peux y aller quand tu veux. Leo radio me and he just said me that the landing was bad and they break propeller and nobody's hurt, so it's okay, but they need 30 minutes before starting up. Leo will ski. He prefers to ski than fly again. I think he's a bit troubled and scared about that.
After all this adventure, it was just great to be on my ski, alive. I just want to ski.
I float over him and just see these giant curving lines of him, and it looks like he's gotten over the whole crash fear thing and just started to enjoy himself.
Me, when I'm on my ski, I can manage everything, my attitude and the environment. I feel very well when I'm on my ski.
I think Leo, he wasn't really focused on everything that was happening around him because we really took him out of his comfort zone and we stuck him into like a whole new extreme sport. And when you do that, you know, you can make mistakes. I hope Leo didn't just leave. Yeah. Well, it looks like Leo and the guide have gone down the Merry I think Elliot's walking back here, but I guess that's that for the day. Yeah, a little bit disappointed with Leo and kind of what happened, but that's fine. I wish everything could have happened perfectly, but you know, stuff happens, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to get much more done with Leo. It depends on how he feels.
Yeah, Leo a little bit scared because he have a little problem in the drop-off.
Just got a missed call from Leo, so we're gonna call him back and see what happened.
With him, I think I just twisted the ankle, but I feel not very well.
Do you think it'll be okay, or?
I don't know. I will call you later if I'm come tomorrow or not. It's really bad for how I feel with my ankle.
Yeah.
Okay, call us to let us know how it goes.
Bye-bye.
See you.
At least we landed safe. Yeah. It was super sketchy though. So now we only have one working machine. So we can prepare ourselves for tomorrow.
Luckily, the next day the team received some protection from the elements. With Leo out injured, they focus on breaking the world record.
But we're just about to call Laurent to give us a little forecast.
Hello.
Hey Laurent.
I think it's not possible tomorrow, so it's quite strong tomorrow afternoon, so you have to do your best today.
There's bad weather coming through, so this was our really small window, and hopefully we can do it.
The wind drops later in the day, making it harder to fly at high altitudes.
The cold was one of the biggest concerns for our project. We got absolutely freezing when we flew over solo.
You can get hypoxia, so we have to really speak with our passenger, make sure they're feeling good, they don't have a headache, they're breathing correctly, because you have to breathe a certain way in high altitudes to reduce the risk of hypoxia.
And hypoxia is super dangerous because if you go unconscious while you're flying, while you're trying to pilot the paramotor, anything could happen. You could
ends up flying blind.
The longer we wait for Ulrich, the less likely it is to break the world record. We're all ready to go here, so we're just waiting for you.
The observer makes it up on the last lift of the day.
The observer has just arrived, and I'm getting really nervous now because it's go time.
I'm Ulrich Jessup. I'm observing this world record attempt. My job is basically just to make sure that all the rules have been followed for the FAI so that the record is correctly ratified.
A year of preparation has come down to this one point.
Whoever loses the record has to buy the winner a big bottle of Genepi. I let my wife know to make some space on the shelf. You're on.
Good to go.
Despite the fact that we know flying, we know paragliding, and we've taken off with skis, with engines lots of times, it was just the fact that we were doing the record, and it was going to be something that no one had ever done before.
In order to capture the record on camera, the twins are piloting separate paramotors. This means that if successful, one of them is likely to fly higher than the other, thus bagging all the glory. The boys have to fly higher than 4,600 meters to break the world record. The thermals are dying down this late in the day and the weather comes in tomorrow. It's now or never.
Nice, let's go, let's go.
It just feels like euphoria, like what I had as a kid when I was dreaming of flying. You feel so small compared to the huge glacier and mountain next to you. So we just stick it straight on this face and it doesn't feel like it's lifting very well. We're at 4,200 meters, like tucking in close to this mountain face to get as much lift as I can. I think now it's time to go and go for the record. And at about 4,300 meters, and I really start feeling the effect of the altitude. It comes onto me like a wave. I feel a little bit lightheaded, and I need to focus on breathing. We get to the top of this dome, and we just hit this ceiling, and we can't get any higher, and it just feels like it's going to be a lost cause. I look around, and the next mountain is the main face of the Mont Blanc.
Suddenly, the boys' luck changes and they start to gain height.
I circle a few times over the tip, and now we're going to see just how high we can go. We've reached the summit of the Mont Blanc, and it's by far the most incredible view I've ever seen from a paramotor.
We did it! We're higher than 4,600 meters!
And I'm looking at Elliot, and he's giving me the thumbs up. He's like, yeah, it's a good idea. Let's go over there. Let's go for it. And we hit the face, and the Vario just goes crazy.
That's higher than any other tandem paramotor. We smashed the record.
Looks good. Looks really good.
That was awesome.
It's just the most amazing place that I've ever been to in my life. And it was just the most epic experience ever. So we did end up both breaking the world record. I think Tim got close to 5,000 meters and I got 100 meters higher. That was the most amazing experience. I definitely broke it and beat my twin brother on this one. Maybe next time he can beat me. In this one flight, I probably learned more than I have my whole life.